The witching hour. All right. So waiting for the insecticide guys to get online here, but they'll be here soon. But anyway, I wanted to. Well, look at that. They're already here. We got Sherman. Well, I was gonna talk about Ozzy a little, but I'm pretty sure these guys will like to say something too. Got the shirt on and everything. Look at me. Let's bring them on.
Hey, what's
Hey,
happening?
you're on live.
All right. Well, I guess we'll turn it this way. I don't know how you do this, gang.
No,
I think you guys,
it's yeah. You guys are just like that. It's gonna
we're trying to widen the screen.
Hold on, I'm gonna do something here, dude. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm gonna do something here. Oh, damn.
All right, go ahead, try. See what
Yeah,
you
we'll
can
try.
do.
If not, we'll call you right back.
No, we're
All
not
right.
gonna use it. Oh, never mind. Put it back.
I don't know how to.
I'm sorry, brother.
You usually hit right over here in the screen.
Well, there's a thing it'll make it so it turns on its
Yeah.
own, but you don't have
Sometimes
it on. Rotate. Rotate.
Yeah.
it's the StreamYard program too. Sometimes it makes it hard for now.
Got
Can
it.
you tell
to
us
flip.
before?
You there?
So, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Okay.
We'll rotate.
It's the rotate. Yeah, that's it.
There it is. You know, my phone my phone reset the other day, and everything's different.
Oh, shit. Well, they'll be back. That was fun. Anyway, they're messing with their camera. So, a few words about Ozzy today. We all saw it coming, and still, I don't think anyone was still ready for it when it happened because it still messed me up. Still recovering. Ozzy was like, I was, a product of the heavy metal kids from the 80s. I read, before thrash and all that. I read fucking Hit Parader and all that shit. So that was okay. I think they got it.
Close and act like lovers.
Woo! How you been, Carl?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? How was practice?
Practice was great. We're it's a little bittersweet today. We lost really the master of
Yeah, we sure
master
did.
of metal. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy that. Well, I used to drive around in my Pontiac Le Mans in the late or whatever, the year that Never Say Die came out. I bought it on 8-track, and I wore it out, man. We used to drink and drive and listen to Never Say Die, man.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
And because of my age, I'm fortunate to say that I actually saw Ozzy with Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask you guys like
82.
some
We
of
both
that
did.
stuff.
Yeah. Long Beach Arena.
Yeah, Motorhead opened up.
Yeah.
So you
And then-
guys, Motorhead and Ozzy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Long Beach Arena.
I remember it that night so well that I remember
Wow.
Randy Rhoads having a problem with his pedal board. He was very upset about it.
What'd you guys say though? What'd you think of it? I'm sure it was still awesome regardless.
Oh, dude,
Phenomenal.
I was probably drinking a Colt 45 torpedo out in the parking lot trying to get laid.
That's what you do back then, right? You're
Right,
good.
right.
What's up, ladies?
Yeah.
And I think I paid $12 for the ticket. I
Jeez.
think it was that. It was like that back then.
And that was probably a lot of money.
$12.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
12
That's a
fucking
month worth of
bucks.
allowances, But hey, man, we're gonna be in town on Saturday. Thanks for having us on, man, for this promo, man.
Oh, for
'cause
sure,
we're,
dude.
we're hoping everyone comes out and has a great time and come hang out with us, man. We're gonna be there all night. We're gonna be at Hog Wild Records Saturday afternoon for about anywhere between 4 and 5, and then we're gonna go to Monster Robot after that and hang out. So I know that High Tones is 21 and over. So if you're younger, come on down. Come up to me or Gimme and say Witching Hour, and we will give you a
Let me get this
set
out of
of insecticide koozies for your sodas.
Oh, look at that.
sodas.
Yeah, because you can't get into High Tones if you're under 21. But come
Yeah,
on by and
that's
say
what-
the magic word.
And I'll even add something to that.
What?
I don't have them with me, but I've got the insecticide Mega Thrashers. I made stickers. I'll give each one a sticker too.
Okay, but they got to mention the Witching Hour to you guys.
Yeah, the Witching Hour.
Yeah, and
I know.
I'll mention this a couple times throughout the program in case people tune in late. But you mentioned the Witching Hour, man. I will reach into my vest and I will say, "Here's your coaster."
Koozie you.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Now,
Hey,
Robot
you see
Monsters is run by one of my good friends too, Joe Cutthroat. So tell him that you're friends with Carl Sherman,
Okay.
and I was in his band with him for a while too, the Cutthroats. So he's a real good
Oh,
guy. Hopefully he's there working that day. But you
I
guys
think
will have
I
fun
met him
over there.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually called him a couple days ago just to run it by him, and he said, "Yeah, no problem. He's a great guy." Last time we were there, man, we had a bunch of extra merchandise, man. We sold it to him, fire sale, and hopefully he made his money back, and got rid of everything.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure by now he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were here in what, in 22?
I was gonna look that up. I think it was 22.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was 22. That was. I'm going to show some video from that show too here in a while.
That was
So
sure. Yeah, that was a Sunday
so-
night, right? That was a brutal show, dude.
yeah, you guys killed it that night too.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
But I mean, in all fairness, I never seen a bad Insecticide show. So
Oh,
that,
man, thank you.
it's like
Thank you.
I never been like, ugh, they weren't so hot tonight. But,
Yeah. We try to-
everything-
Yeah, we try to give it, even if we're, not feeling well or whatever. We try to that 30 or 40 minutes. We try to forget all our problems and give the people what we think they need. So.
Yeah. We
Hell
live on the
yeah.
edge too sometimes. Hey, mistakes happen, and then you know what? We're not that precision band where we're hitting 8,000 notes and standing there. We want to have fun, and if we fall off the wire, hopefully there's a net.
Well, I mean, it's always like sometimes too. It's like just a raging locomotive going off the rails, but never actually going off the rails.
Right.
You're just. I enjoy that. Unhinged. It's kind of makes
Just
it's
only-
fun.
But they always tell me, just don't make a face, man, and people won't even know you screwed up.
Yeah, don't look at the other musician like, what the fuck?
What I do.
Yeah, the band.
You got
Yeah,
video
and the
from
crowd
that,
never
that's awesome.
knows. They're usually
Yeah.
buzzed out or just thrashing out. Who fucking knows, man?
It's all about the
Yeah,
energy.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, so are we gonna meet you at the pre-party in parentheses at Monster Robot, or we just see you at the show?
Well, I didn't know you're going to Robot. I might head down there a little early then.
Yeah.
I
We'll be there probably between 6 and 7.
6 and 7. Okay, cool.
Unless he
Hey,
closes at 6, then we'll be there between 5 and 6.
Save some appetite because there's a good burger place literally within walking distance from the.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want some food or something,
Yeah,
I'll show
we do.
you where it's
We'll
at.
probably end up going over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good
Yeah.
though.
So,
Burger
yeah,
Boy on the
rehearsal was
strip.
pretty good today. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just saying, this place called Burger Boy. It's legendary. It's on the strip. It's literally like you can walk to it from the club.
Looks like we're eating burger.
Look,
Boy.
yeah, I guess Burger Boy it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get I'll tell Fruit to get on it too. You remember Gabriel Fruit, my buddy.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Maritime?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he'll. I'm sure he'll be down there too. He's like all
Better.
excited about this show. So yeah,
Cool.
let's promote this, properly here. It's Saturday night in San Antonio. I'm putting up the flyer for you guys. So it's
Love it, love it.
Insecticide, Scum Allegiance, and Executioner
Yes.
at High Tones on St. Mary's. $10. Look at that price, man.
I know, dude.
Can't beat that.
Nothing
For,
Sounds
you know,
good. Yeah, John's always taking care of us.
yeah, John's a great guy. I'm glad you're working with him as well for this show.
We always go back to people if they treat us right.
Yeah, John's one of those guys. He'll try to make sure everything is run right, and he'll do what he tells you. Like we promise you this, you're gonna get it. Are you?
Yeah.
And you guys are playing somewhere prior, right? On Friday night. You're playing before?
McAllen, Texas, the Thrash Bash 3 with MOD, Confused. I believe
Wow.
Metal Riser is on the show. Belligerency.
Terminal ill.
Terminally Ill. They're from here, California, from Orange County. I saw them play with Louis Seidel in Las Vegas. They're really good. They're young and they're energetic, and a lot of people on stage. And then I apologize to the bands, but I don't remember the rest of them. I wish I had that with me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a fest type of thing. A lot of bands are playing that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, 10 bands. Texas Thrash Bash 3 is what Al's calling it.
Okay.
Al Del Barrio from Confused is doing it. It's going to be a great night. We'll see what happens, but I think he's doing a great job, and I think it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a good time.
All right, let's go back into the history of the band a little for some of the people in the chat who may not know. How long
Sure.
have you guys, been at it, been doing your fucking thrash thing?
All right, well, Gimme and I, the official date for Insecticide, we book it at 86. Could have been like November of 85. Yeah, probably. But we just went with 86. And next year, we're going to be celebrating 40 years. And we've had a nice run. We've played with a lot of bands. We've done a lot of gigs. We've been all over the place. And we still talk with people that we met back in the 80s. And it's been a fun ride. And, it's just nice that people still appreciate, our type of metal, our thrash, and we're not a technical band, and it's just it's simplistic, but it's in your face, and that's what we intended to do when we started the band, was make something very powerful and fast and heavy.
We just want to, every now and then we got to come out, off the hill, out of our mansions, and go do this kind of stuff, man. Come on, how long can I swim in my pool every day?
Yeah, I mean, reaping the rewards of Insecticide for 40 years. You gotta throw the fans a bone every once in a while and go out and play.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, I was gonna tell Sherman. Now, Sherman, I don't think I really got to know you till I was in HOD. But I met you way back in the 80s when you used to play like Club Oasis and DMZ and all that. Yeah. One time when you guys... Yeah, exactly. You guys...
Is he still around?
Chainsaw
Tony?
is... I don't know if he'll be at the show, but the last I saw Chainsaw, and maybe my friend Gabriel could answer this better, but he was working at Bond's Rock Club, and he was doing the door there. So,
all right.
I see him. I say, "What's up, Chainsaw?" I mean, and all that. But yeah, I don't know what he's up to right now anymore. But he was working at Bonds, and that shut down. Unfortunately, that was one of our last rock clubs. But
okay, well, if you run into him, and no matter when it is, 3 months from now, or whatever, please do us a favor and say, "Give me Sherman, say hey."
I sure will. He would like that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to tell you, I did the lights for you at DMZ one time. When I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was he had that little light thing, right? So this story's stupid, but I enjoy it. I was like, oh, wait a minute, if I fucking pound on the light things on and off, I can make it match the double kicks. So I was like, yeah, doing that all night for you guys and doing this and all
thank
that.
you.
And I think Chainsaw was like, Jesus, don't break my light, my light stuff. But yeah, that was like, I was all, hey, I'm working it out. I was a master over here, but that was, yeah, I remember Sherman.
You
had
in my
some long
house,
ass hair back then, didn't you?
Say it again, Brett.
Your hair was long back then too. I remember too when you would come in through town and all that back in the day.
Lots of things were different back then.
Yeah, right.
I know. Tell me all about it.
It comes out of my ears now.
In our noses and ears and eyebrows.
Yeah. Hey man, didn't you stay at my house when Hod came out and did the show? You guys stay at my house?
No, actually, you saved Hod's ass because we had nowhere to go in on the West Coast in L.A. because we were supposed to play a show, and the promoter told us, "Well, you can play the show, but I'm only going to pay the headliner."
Okay.
And we were like, "Nah, we're not going to do that." And Bear called you because I think Bear knew you, and he said, "Why don't you just come over here and I'll put you up." And we'll hang out here until because we did have a show in L.A. like a day or two later, and you put us up for like 2 nights, I think, two maybe.
All right,
2, 3.
okay.
Yeah, and I just wanted, and Bear always appreciated that, and always said you were like one. I wanted you to know that Bear always thought you were one of the coolest dudes around in this whole scene. That he was like, man, Sherman, dude, he's cool, and that's why I wanted you to know that he would say these things about you. Whenever Insecticide came up, he always like, Sherman, he really fucking liked you. So, thanks for feeding us, and thanks. Remember, you made that impromptu show for us.
Yeah, at the studio, at our Sideshow Studios, me and Gimme Studio. Yeah,
you did. You said, I'll have some kids. We'll charge $5. We'll cook some hot dogs or something, and you got like 20, 30 kids in there that night. And we had a good little fun show, dude. That was just cool. Cool stuff that people need to know about Insecticide. That that a lot of the younger people need to learn that's how it should be. when
Yeah.
dealing with this
We were
stuff.
just having this conversation the other night with another cat, our good buddy Mike Trujillo, who does the Zero Out Square metal Zone, that we were talking about camaraderie. And, Jimmy and I, we've been all over the United States, and people has helped us. And I've always said this, and I'll say it till the day I die. Anybody that ever helped us, anyone that comes to Los Angeles and you know us, if you need something, you call us. I'm fortunate right now that the studio that we have, Sideshow Studios, that I'm able to do gigs in the back. I had Coven here from Portland. I had Health Fury out of Austin. You know that guy, Diego, the artist guy?
That sounds familiar.
Here. Yeah, I'm having Schizo come here. I just had Strike Master from Mexico City. So I'm fortunate that I have a spot that if people are in dire need, man, I'm here to help because metal is a community, and you know how we all feel sad about Ozzy today? Well, yeah, because he did metal and we all appreciate metal. So does Gimme and I. And when someone's in distress and you need help, you call us.
There you go. That's how it should be. In the underground, when people say, "Oh, the metal brotherhood," that's you guys actually, live up to that. And I just thought that's something everybody needs to know. You guys are cool as hell.
Well,
And
I'll tell you what, man. We have our insecticides. Insecticide. We have our not enemies, but we're not always well thought of when it comes to how we play and our style. Criticize, the simplicity of it, or hey, man. I can play, 20 more notes than you can.
Singer suck. We heard it all, dude.
The best one, the best one I ever heard was, shoot, if they didn't have that drummer, they'd be, this and that and the other thing. But you know what, man? I don't care. You got to expect the bad with the good. You can't be you don't like every band you listen to, or you've heard. It's like, dude, we don't expect to be the most popular band in the room, but I'll tell you right now, man, for a couple of old guys, we're gonna get up there and we're gonna fucking kick ass, and we're gonna make you guys work for it. You younger guys are gonna have to work for it.
Yeah. Hey, we were at a gig one night, and a guy comes up to me, he says, "Hey, man, if you guys got a singer, you might be all right." I just walked away, dude. Yeah, if I gave him a sticker and walked away. I get it. I'm not a trained vocalist. Do I wish I could sing like James Rivera? Absolutely. This is not what I do.
Well,
wait. I'm actually glad you don't sing like James Rivera. Some of us don't want to. All right, carry on.
Well, we came from the early 80s to mid 80s California crossover scene. And that's the sound. And then we mixed it with a little Slayer. You may not hear it in the songs, but it's there. Corrosion of Conformity. DRI. Convicted from. Shit. Just lost my really great. Maybe this will help. Grind band.
Does that help? Strobe lights?
Well, that's what. No, it's not helping me at all. So we came from that, and that's where we're at. And when we were starting out, Sherman and I sat down and said, well, we can write progressive. We can do 20 riffs in a song. We can do that, but it's not what we really want to do.
No.
And there were so many bands doing it. We just didn't want to do it.
And we couldn't even find a bass player that would play the way we wanted to. That's how come I got on bass.
Were you just a singer at first?
No, Gimme and I were dual guitar players.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Jeez.
Yeah, wow. It was. You know what that deserves? Watch this. This is Bill. Smoke.
You got a show going there. That's awesome.
Yeah, right. You know what? You know who we admired? We admired AC/DC because one guy was lead, one guy was rhythm. We admired Scorpions because Matthias or whoever back in the day they had of course Michael Schenker too, but and Rudolph did the rhythms. We liked that. We admired it, and Sherman doesn't consider himself a lead guitar player, and neither do I really, but I have to do it. So
it's out of necessity that he plays lead and I play bass.
So for months and months, we auditioned bass players, and every one of them got thrown out of their ass because sometimes they didn't like what we were doing, but most of the time they would come in, and Steve Harris was the kind of the king back then. The early to mid '80s.
Really notey and all.
Everybody came in. It's like no.
Can you just stay on a G for like a minute?
Yeah.
Just
So we were like,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
and so we found a drummer. Then the rest is history.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Did you guys
Go ahead, bro.
play with like, I'm gonna throw out some names from like what I would think you played with, but maybe you didn't. Like, did you play like with Excel and Attitude Adjustment and Cryptic Slaughter and all these bands back then?
XL, Dr. No, Beowulf, Evil Dead.
Yep. Phobia. I don't know if you remember Phobia.
Bloodlust, Bear Mock.
Yeah.
Those type of bands from the '80s.
Yeah, we played.
Remember Viking from Metal Blade Records?
Yeah. The
we played
Dark
with
Angel
them.
singer guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. He was he was a guitar player. The guy from Dark Angel. I mean, from Viking.
Ron
Brett.
Reinhardt wasn't the singer of Viking?
Was he in Viking? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
was.
I don't remember.
Maybe the chat will know. But anyway, so
Yeah.
What, all right, did you go see like bands like Metallica and Slayer and Savage
Oh,
Grace
absolutely.
and all that stuff before?
Absolutely, dude. We saw all sorts of bands. Remember Loudness and stuff, dude. We saw Anthrax with Neil Turbin. We saw Dan Green, 45 Grave, shit like that.
Do you remember? If you look it up on the YouTubes, look up Slayer Country Club, and you'll bring up. They played the Country Club when they released Hell Awaits. They probably played it other times too, but that was the time that was the first show I took my little brother to, and I forget what the time is on it, but somewhere in that show you'll see a little bald-headed kid jump up on stage and jump off. That's my little brother.
Oh yeah, I'll have to watch that. That's great.
Yeah, but you'll know it's the video because they had they made out of 2x4s. They made two upside down crosses, one on each side of the stage with little lights on them, and they just all they did was flicker.
Yeah, I remember those.
Little vanity bulbs in the bathroom. Yeah.
They would flash. Yeah. I
Without
remember
a
that.
timer or anything. There was no timer or no nothing. It was just ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, just random flashing. Not
Yeah,
I
even
loved
music.
it. I love that old style. I love that way of doing things.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That was a good time.
Go-
So
yeah,
what
go
was now you said one time to Sherman, I think on Francisco's, that you saw Metallica on Joe Alba, you saw Metallica and they weren't that good back in the day.
Oh,
Do I remember
they were
that,
fucking. Yeah, they would suck, dude. They were.
I love
It was
it.
Dave Mustaine on guitar. Dave Mustaine on guitar. Ron McGovern on bass. Lars had a single bass. James wasn't even playing guitar. And I've said this a dozen times. James Hetfield was wearing a yellow bandana, and I've said this. Yeah, I don't even wear yellow bandana on Yellow Bandana Day.
No.
So I'm out.
Well,
There you go.
they came through, or they're from LA, of course. But Saxon came through at the Whiskey A Go Go. Sherman probably knows the year. And that's when I first saw Metallica. I never heard of them, and that was what I saw, and it was not impressive. And Saxon tore the fucking place.
yeah.
up. All original players.
Yeah.
Saxon.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
dude,
Saxon was top notch at that time.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh my God, you couldn't believe.
Denim and Leather had just come out.
Yeah, you couldn't believe how good they were, man. And that night, Biff Byford he wiped his face off. He threw the rag out into the crowd, and there was a little scuffle. And this little curly-headed kid jumped up out of the middle of the. I didn't even know. We didn't know each other then, Sherman and I. And he jumped up and he got the rag, and I'm pretty sure he still has that rag today.
I do. I even wrote on
You
it.
still have it? Nice.
Yeah, I gotta find it. It's locked away somewhere in a suitcase up in an attic somewhere, but I have it.
He's lucky I didn't kick his ass. I wanted it.
Yeah, you know what? I knew someday in the future I would need Biff's DNA.
Fantastic show, though. But after that, they regrouped.
Yeah.
Got rid of. They got another guitar. He got back. He got on guitar. They regrouped, changed it up. Cliff came in. They got. That's when they really started fucking on fire, dude. And then they got really good, real fast.
Yeah.
Now, Slayer, got any Slayer stories for us? I think you told a good one about Tom Araya's girlfriend or something at one time.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, yeah. I we're not going to talk about that one, but
We'll have to talk about that one.
we
when
hung
no
out at
one's
Tom's
watching.
house one night after a gig because his girlfriend at the time was in a band called Harem Scarum, and she did shows out in Riverside area, and I did the shows out here. So we kind of just like swapped. She did a show for me out there. I did a show for her out here. As, you know,
Okay.
it was just trying to help each other out at the time. But I saw Slayer at the Troubadour. My buddy's band was opening for him, and they were really nothing special at the time. But I've said this. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was gonna say, was this like obviously before Show No Mercy, right? They
Oh,
were just
yeah. It was
kind of
before
kind of starting out.
Probably
Right.
Just Metal Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've said this on every interview I ever go to. I always say this, and it's true. We had no roadmap back then. No one knew what metal was going to be in 5 years or 10 years. No
Good
one
point.
knew. And if
Yeah.
you had told me when we saw Metallica when James Hetfield was just singing, and you were to say in 40 years these guys are going to be all over the world, play stadiums and this and that, they're going to have X Metal albums, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. There was no Hall of Fame back then.
I would've laughed at 'em.
Yeah, we said, what are you talking about? You on Xanax or something? But no
Yeah,
roadmap back then. That's why we just
who would have
did what we
known,
did.
right?
Yeah,
Who
no
would-
one would have known. And I give them all the props in the world. I'm happy for them that they've had success and been able to, at times wave the flag of metal. Good for them. And metal is a very large genre, and we're not isolated. We're all together.
But Slayer, honestly, and maybe everyone knows this story, but Slayer cut their teeth by going up to San Francisco and playing as much as they could, because LA really wasn't a place for them to really get any respect. So they would go up there and play their asses off, and they started gaining ground. And then someone told them to take the makeup off, and in my opinion, that's when they shot. They shot up. They got, they did Show No Mercy, and then, the Slayer we all know and love.
They've been
Anyway,
hanging around
yeah.
Exodus and them guys probably.
Yeah.
They're probably being pushed more to get even heavier and more aggressive too.
Well, when they came, okay, so they went on tour with, everyone knows they went on tour with Venom after Hell Awaits.
Yeah.
I believe it was Hell Awaits. Or when did
Right, Honey and Chapel.
when did Honey and Chapel come out?
I don't know, 82 maybe.
So Honey and the
83.
Whenever they worked on tour before Honey and the Chapel, and they went out on tour with Venom. Well, before that, they had a little more of a, I call it the tinny sound, where it's like, and then when they went on tour and they came back and they recorded Honey and the Chapel, I don't know if you noticed, that got heavy.
Oh
That
no, there's a
album-
definite progression because
Yeah.
Show No Mercy to me it's still an '80s metal record. Like
Yeah.
it's in the world of '80s metal where Honey and Chapel, they're doing something different. They are getting definitely heavier, faster, and darker. A little
Venom.
more
On tour with Venom, man. That's what did
off
it.
the rails, too, a little. It sounds great though. I mean, it was perfect for the time because when you heard it, you knew you were hearing something like this is not something I heard before. This is,
To this day, it's my favorite album.
We got a buddy that we know, and he would go to San Francisco with his band, and they would open up for Possess and Exodus and play at Ruthie's and
Vermin.
Yeah, and then the first time I ever saw Exodus down in LA, they were all wearing spandex pants. And someone told me that someone told Exodus, if you wear spandex pants, in LA, they're going to like you. It's like, they got wrong intel on that.
Intel was intercepted and changed.
That's great. So, what was the deal with the album never getting released properly till years later?
New Renaissance.
Was it just
Yeah.
New Renaissance just dropped the ball?
It seemed like they put more time and energy into not putting out the album than to putting out the album. So we
That's
just
great.
went on. We just moved on. And I remember talking to a guy. His name was Andy from Acid Test Records out of Albuquerque. I called him, and I literally was speaking with him from a payphone in front of a hotel. And he was debating on putting out the album. But since we had all the disgruntled stuff with New Renaissance, he didn't want to touch it because he didn't want to get sued if he released it. It was just a bad time for us. And everyone was on a record label, and we were fortunate that we were able to be on one of the compilation albums from New Renaissance Thrash Attack with Gamma Side.
Yeah, yeah.
It just wasn't in the cards for us. When we talk about LA, and Gimme was talking about Slayer going up to San Francisco and cutting their teeth. Well, we bought a van and we went east. We went east on our own, without a record label, and we just forged our own way. Did we reach the pinnacle of stardom and success? No, but we've had a great run.
Yeah, you got the album out now, multiple ways. Yeah. Let's talk about the actual vinyl right there.
Okay.
Is that still available?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to have some at the in McAllen and San Antonio. I'm going to take some in my base bag. So this is the actual album with new artwork. You know what? I was going to bring some shirts out, which has the original album cover with the bug with the giant stinger on it. But Billy from Houston, Texas, Very Live Records, he called us during COVID, so we put this out, and it comes with an inner sleeve. We went old school with pictures the way the bands used to do it.
I love the old school collage, man. Yes.
Right. And we did it really, really tacky. And then you can see duct tape around here because we tried to make a border. And we just said, let's just make it look like a sloppy collage. And then if you actually look at the album itself, right here, this was something that Gimme and I always dreamt about doing. So if you look at the album cover, and the label, see it says side A. You got that?
Yes, I got it.
And you got to have side B because you had, remember, like Venom had side black and side metal.
Yeah.
So we just use the word as a pun for us, as a joke. We're just having fun and poking fun at ourselves. But we will be playing this album in its entirety when we start celebrating our 40 years next year, which are with our first stop in Houston, Texas. And I believe it's January 17th.
Yeah, you probably know Francisco Pulido from.
I know Fran. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one that guy doesn't know. And he invited us. He does once a year. He does this thing where he brings a band that he wants, and he tells you what he wants to hear. So we're gonna play that unreleased material the way it was recorded. We're gonna do that whole album, and then we're gonna do whatever we want after that. So
yeah, because we got other material we'd like to play too. By some time.
But that's gonna be our first 40th anniversary show, and then we'll do unless something comes up. Our second show will be in Albuquerque. And then, because we owe Mike Trujillo a debt of gratitude for all the things he's done for us.
And Albuquerque's always been a great town, man. Everybody comes out in those gigs, man. Woo! And so, not like in LA where they can catch a show any night, and when you're done playing, the band before you, when they're done, all their buddies leave. It's like, why don't you stay and catch the show, man?
Yeah. You know what? That brings
Everybody
up a
bells
point.
out after their band plays and shit. Yeah.
That brings up a good point. Even if Insecticide plays a show where everyone thinks we need to be the headliner, I often tell the promoter, you know what, man, we're not gonna. We can't guarantee there's gonna be 500 or 50 people there. We just, it's a hit or miss with us. So I don't like to be last. I like to get us around the third band, so we can try to grab whoever's there, grab their attention. But, whatever, we end up doing it, whatever anyway. But I always try to map out the way I like us to be, people to see us,
Positioned on the bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this show here in town, Saturday in San Antonio, it's only 3 bands. So
yeah,
it's great. That's good for me because I'm old and I don't like standing for like 5 hours. So Scum Allegiance,
We have no
Executioner.
idea how the other bands are going to draw. We don't know who's going to come see us, and we don't know what the promotion going to be like. We're just hoping that people see and say, "Hey, I want to go catch this." That's all you can really do.
Well, we've got a little bit of a name, so it should be all right. It should be a decent show.
Someone's gonna show up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Gimme and Jason,
and you,
and fruit.
This one's for Carl.
Did you say that you have footage from 2022 at High Tones?
Yeah, I found some on YouTube. Let me pull it up.
Oh my god, dude!
Give me a second here.
That was a brutal night, dude.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was a good show.
Yeah, we hit the stage and Sherman. Well, we were on top of the stage and Sherman and I. It's like we didn't have enough room, so we both jumped down.
Yeah.
And we wanted to, because everyone was having such a great time. We wanted to be a part of it.
I remember that. That
Yeah.
was cool. Yeah, because that stage is just too small. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this set up real quick.
For a
Listen to
Sunday
some
night, that was
old-
a pretty good crowd.
Hey, do you remember when you came to San Antonio and you played the matinee show
Yeah.
in the middle of the day?
Yes.
That
What
was
was
a
that
great
band
show
called?
too.
That was the Cameo Theater, right?
No, that was Wackies, the second Wackies. It might have been called something different at that time, but that
I think
was
it
the
was
Wackies location.
Yeah, they had a barbecue food, and who was the band? They're really good. And they're really good to us. They allowed us to use their gear. They had the name was like 4 letters, and they wore masks.
Or you talking about that one at the Limelight?
No, maybe he's not. Maybe he's talking about
That
The
was
Limelight.
UPS.
That's what it was. The
Oh,
lime. It was the Limelight at the matinee show. Now I remember.
Okay.
I was thinking about the 80s for some reason.
And-
Yeah, that was at the Limelight with unregistered sex offender.
Oh, that's who they were.
See, I
Yeah,
don't
they were
remember who
great.
played, but I remember you. Yeah.
They were cool. Yeah, they were cool guys.
All right, let's play a live song, and
Okay.
and we'll circle back around.
Okay.
This will be Overpowered. It was March 13th, 2022 in San Antonio. Same
All
place.
right.
So if you go to the show, it might look a lot like this. Who knows? Let me
Yeah, we might even be wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
You might have the same banner too, for all I know. All right.
Well, see this banner behind us? See this banner behind us? It's the album cover. You know, we soak it as much as we can. Am I still talking? Am I still talking? All
Yeah,
right.
you're still
All
there.
right.
Let me play the video and we'll come back.
Okay.
You with the chair, nobody else.
as a background.
Yeah, all
There he
right, now
is.
we're back.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
and
hold on.
Somebody kill that video, man. Woo!
yeah. Hopefully that'll bring people in.
Are you now? Is the sound cutting out on that, or is it just the phones that I'm listening to?
I think it's my damn internet. Actually, it can't
Okay.
handle
Okay.
this upload. I'm looking at
Yeah.
because I'm playing it here. It sounds
Yeah.
fine through mine. So
Okay.
if you guys are hearing it bad, it must have been the damn internet upload.
I
Do you hear
mean,
me
we've
okay
had
now?
bad nights, but
Well, good.
No,
So
yeah.
if this sounded good on your end, I'll give you one of these. All right.
Thank you. Hey,
Yeah.
before I forget, we got to talk about Insecticide.
Oh, yes, I sent you one, huh? Well,
yeah, you
Carl,
did.
you might have to put it in your insecticide cup.
Oh, now will there be any insecticider cups on sale at the show, or is that just
We're
a
not taking
special?
we're not taking insecticider because it's liquid on the plane and cups take up a lot of space. But we're gonna be bringing we're gonna be having our koozies. We're gonna be having the record. We're gonna have a limited quantity of the insecticide puzzle.
What? An insecticide puzzle?
Yeah, actually have two of them. We have this is the one that I brought to show tonight. This is the insecticide puzzle of the cover of the Buried Alive album, the unreleased album, and then I also have another puzzle of Give Me and Myself Space. When we did we signed on to World War III Records and we cut they were doing a album called a tribute to AC/DC called Let There Be Metal. So
Okay.
we did If You Want Blood, You Got It. So we put blood on her face and took a picture of it, and then I made it into a puzzle.
it looks like he wants to kiss me, guys. We're not going to bring that.
It was the angle of the picture. And then
That was dead to me.
we're also going to be having our coasters that we're beginning to be handing out. So if you come to Hog Wild Records or Robot Monster and you mention the Witching Hour, you will get a pair of coasters.
And stickers.
Yeah, and we're going to have our patches and buttons, and then we're going to have several shirts. And here's the actual what the original cover was going to look like on New Renaissance Records. Let me see if you can see it here.
I'm gonna
See
put
it?
you on the solo layout here. Let me get this over
Okay.
here.
There you go. Okay.
So see that? That was
Wow,
the
those are
original.
nice.
Yeah. So our good buddy Tony from Shred the Deck in Houston made this for. He actually found the picture and he said, "Hey Sherman, that would be a cool looking shirt." I said, "Well, that was the actual album," and he fucking printed it up for us. So we're gonna be bringing some of these, and then of course we're gonna be bringing shirts that actually have that look like the album. And what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But we want to thank Tony for making the shirts for us. He's in Houston, but he's sending them to San Antonio to John from Broken Boards House. So we're going to pick them up on either Thursday night or Friday because it was easier not to take all that shit with us and pay for an extra bag. So we're fortunate we have people that help us out.
Yeah, well, that's the underground working together to make it happen.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So Tony really came in on the clutch and made the shirts for us.
That's really
hey, man.
cool. That helps, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm going to have to cut out because I got to drive home to Las Vegas right now. But
Oh, that's right. You're in Los Angeles right now, so.
yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. We had to rehearse. We stuffed everything into a couple rehearsals today, yesterday, and the rehearsals are real good. I usually know it's a great rehearsal when Sherman and I argue a little bit. So it seems to be a great rehearsal. So no, all kidding aside, everything sounded fantastic, and we're in McAllen. We only get 30 minutes, so we're gonna that show is gonna be ready to go, and then boom, and then we're gonna end. We're not gonna do any fancy stuff in San Antonio. We'll have more time, and we're gonna have more fun, man. We're gonna banter. We're gonna enjoy people screaming at us like they always do, and
invite people up with us and headbang. And
we're gonna
it's a
do all
party,
that.
man.
All that. That's gonna be the party. It's in San Antonio.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna do a cartwheel across the stage for you guys.
There you
Do
go.
it.
There you go. We'll give you a sticker.
Hey,
I'll do it for a sticker, man.
There you go.
talking about these gigs, it's been at least 10 years that when Gimme and I do gigs, we always shout out someone either we dedicate the set to them or a specific song or something like that. Just people we've lost over the years. I think the first one we did was after we lost Glenn Rambo from Soylent Green. You know, we've done Dawn Crosby because she was a friend of ours. A couple years ago, we did a shout out to Mark Adams from St. Vitus, and then in McAllen. I think I'm going to do a quick shout out. Just so he gets 5 seconds. I wish he could have more. Chuck Profus from Agent Steel because he was a friend of ours. And then we are going to actually dedicate our set in San Antonio to Beers.
Dude, that's all tearing my eye, man. Thanks.
Yeah, it's the least
He
we
would
could
love
do.
that.
You know, and when we started the show, what you're saying about what he was saying about us Beers is like, it's he's our bud, he's our comrade in arms, and that's the least that we can do is celebrate him that night with an Insecticide set and remembrance of Beers.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say, man. That's very amazing. He would be proud, and he'd also be like, "Oh God, that's Barry."
Right. Yeah, that's typical. It's typical of guys that do what we do. We're like, we like a little bit of attention, but not too much. Like, don't, we're doing this because we're angry, all right?
Yeah,
and we don't like the mainstream bullshit, and we pick something that we can actually, we can't be in Top of the Pops, so we have to do something else, and this is what we've chosen to do, and we know we're never going to get there. But the ride is just as good as getting there anyway. So, enjoy it.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Are you jamming with anybody right now?
Yes, I got a band with my basically. I don't know if you guys know. I used to be in a band called Thornspawn. It was a black metal band. That's where I got the Lord Necron thing from.
Oh, cool. All right.
And I left that band and started Hod. But 3 of the 4 guys that were in the last version of Thornspawn, I'm back jamming with them in a new band called Pius Levis, which is black death metal or whatever you want to call it. But so I'm jamming with them, and in the future, me and Hod drummer Dennis, I think you guys met him, the original drummer.
Yes.
We're gonna try to do a project to finish up what we did with Hod. We're not going to call it Hod, but it's going to be Hod. I guess it goes to say it's Hod-centric. I don't know, but we're going to try to get all that material out too in the future as well.
All right, well, good. Another band before I skedaddle. Another band that we played with it was on the East Coast. It was in Pennsylvania, kind of near Three Rivers Stadium, which is no longer there, I don't think. And we get there, right? It's a big place, man. We're like, oh, cool. We're playing with some band we never heard of. And Sherman and I are standing out they're getting ready to rehearse, right? Or getting ready to do the sound check. So we're standing out there, and they got up, and it just looked like a bunch of old punkers. Yeah, flip-flops, tank tops. Yeah, and they were like, the music, to me, it was just okay. All right. The music's fine. And so Sherman and I are like, we're going to kick their ass. This is going to be like taking candy from a baby. And then we're looking, and then we played. I wish I would have got that console. We had a console tape of it. I wish I knew where that was. We played, and then Sherman and I are, let's go out and watch. Let's go out and
watch these older dudes.
Let's take our glory run. Boom, 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 And then all of a sudden we see the road crews putting up, we see a letter, G. Okay? Yeah. And then there's another letter comes down, W. And then another letter comes down, A. And then the last letter comes down, R. And it said Guar, and we said we knew we were in trouble.
The promoter said we were playing with a band called G-War.
Yeah, we never heard of them.
Never heard.
G-War.
And so we're like, and then we're like, you know what? Maybe they just got a cool name. That's cool. And then I have like this person brushes by my leg on all fours and goes up and jumps on stage and starts crawling around like a monkey. And I look at Sherman and say, we are in trouble. And they put on a fantastic show. And the best part of that show was watching them bicker and fight backstage about towels and things like that. We can say that now because
35 years,
Oh, yeah,
38
yeah,
years ago. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, and the
They,
girl
they
was in the
need
band.
all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filthy. Yeah.
I was trying to think of and one more story I could tell you before I go. Cool story. Well, what always, Jeff Hanneman will always be near and dear to my heart as one of my favorite guitar players.
For sure.
Besides all the obvious ones, But I got to the country club early that day, or it was a different. I don't know if it was a different show, but he was outside and some guy had pedals for him to look at. So he's looking at distortion pedals and what have you. And so I'm standing right there next to him. He's just a normal guy, and it was real cool guy. And he looks up at me and he goes, "Yes, can I help you?" And I said, "No, I'm good, bro, I'm good." So I walked away and left him alone. But that'll be my Jeff Hanneman story. Meeting him and having him ask me, "Can I help you?"
Oh, that's funny. That's
It's
funny.
great. That's a great story. But anyway, I'm gonna take off, man. I appreciate you doing this for us, and I'm sure Sherman's gonna have a nice long-winded story for you now. And I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah. I'll see you guys Saturday. It's going to be great.
And come on out because that's gonna be our party night, and we're gonna play every song we got that we can remember, and we're gonna stop for a few seconds. We're gonna bring people on stage. We're gonna embarrass people, and it's gonna be a great time.
And we're gonna party like it's 1999.
And I hear they have pickle shots, so we'll have to try one of those.
Oh, yeah. They got all type of fun stuff. You'll have a good time
Yeah.
drinking.
Is that the bar that John works at?
I don't
know.
I
don't know.
He works at all these bars up and down the strip. I can't say for sure.
Okay.
But I know he works with them,
out,
so
Backing
you
up
got to go slow
slowly.
motion. Yeah, just
making
fade
sure
out
that I
to
know.
Let me give him the exit of strobe lights.
Oh, shit,
There.
gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a long drive ahead of him. I'm at the
yeah,
studio.
that's like what, like 2 hours or something.
Don't be lying about anything.
And he doesn't want me lying about anything.
Oh, okay, so now we're gonna get the good stuff, right?
Now you're gonna get fabricated lies.
Just to make him
Yeah.
look bad.
He's got a long drive ahead of him to get to Las Vegas, and we're lucky that he was able to come down Sunday night. Last night he slept in his van in my parking lot here at the studio, and that's dedication right there. Him and I have known each other since we were teenagers, and life has changed for both of us. I remember when his dad passed away. That was hard for me because his dad was really kind to me, and then he was there for me when my mom passed away. And he's
Yeah.
married, and we have grandkids, and we opened a business together. And I can say I've hung out with my best friend in this band, for 40 years, and
But-
we still got some good times ahead of us. We're doing the McAllen San Antonio this weekend. In October, we go to Hawaii. A week after Hawaii, we go to we're going to Hawaii. And then we go to San Diego, and then we start our 40th year, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, the Hawaii gig's going to be fun.
Is that festival they do out in Hawaii, or is it just a one-off gig? I don't know.
There's two festivals that happen in Hawaii. One of them is the volcanic eruption, and the other one is the Big Island Bash.
Okay.
So I own the studio, right? Because you've been at my place.
Yeah.
This young director called me, and he wanted to do a documentary on the LA scene. So he was talking to promoters and venues and record stores, and he called me. He said, "Hey, man, you got a studio? You deal with a lot of bands?" I said, "Yeah." So he came down, and I spoke for 3 hours for this documentary. About a week later, he calls me up and says, "Hey, man, I want to run something by you." And I'm like, "What's that?" And then he's all, "I want to do a documentary on you." And I said, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to do a documentary in the studio. I can knock this out really, really quick." So I spoke for another 3 hours. And then I went down to his house. I spoke for another hour about a dear friend of mine who we do a tribute to at the end of the documentary. Okay, so I spoke with a total of 7 hours. The first 3 hours was for the documentary on the LA scene, but the documentary on the Sideshow Studios is less than 40 minutes. So what was I even getting at? I lost train of thought.
That happens to me too.
Yeah, but
3-hour documentary on the LA scene, and
yeah, and then he did the documentary on me. So there's a section in the documentary where we talk about my backstage live, and that was something Gibby and I were talking about before we wanted to open the studio. It was like, maybe we should open a venue so we can help all these bands, give them a platform to play. Well, when we got our building, it never really panned out, but we were able to do gigs in the back room where you played, right?
Yeah.
Michael Schenker actually played in that room because he rented from me because I knew his roadie.
Wow.
So
How awesome is that? So I played in the room Michael Schenker played in.
They rented that room for 2 days, and then we ended up getting another building, and that building never panned out. So when the lease on the first building ran out, we moved down here, and this is where I'm able to do my concerts. That's where I'm actually at right now, in my little backstage area, where I have a 2-stage stage. I have fog, laser lights, all sorts of stuff. I have a decent PA, and we try to do cheap shows for people, and people have a good time.
Hey Sherman, now where can people reach you on social media if they're like trying to book a show or trying to get you guys on a show? What's your best means of contact?
Here's the problem. I'm not a big social media guy. So if people are interested in talking to me about booking here at Backstage Live, go ahead and call my office. Or what's even better is go to Sideshow, which is a CIDE show 18205. That's the address of the building. My girlfriend handles the Instagram. We get a lot of people that call us for shows. Or if you personally know me, just call my office number. But as far as me, if you want to, go ahead.
No, I had some people in the chat saying, well, play Portland, play Northern California, and I'm like, well, you got to invite them, and you got to put them in touch with the right people so they can get these shows booked.
Well, dude, if that's the case right now, if that's what's happening right now on the bottom of the screen, yeah, go ahead and have them say, if they're a promoter or whatever, they want us up there, if there's a date coming up, have them go to Instagram, CIDE show, Sideshow, and then the address of the building, 18205. And our 40th anniversary starts next year. If we get to Portland, we're fucking there. Hey, man, I got some buddies here right now. I don't know if you remember this band from the 80s called Silent Scream. They played at my studio. They got some gigs this weekend. You mind if my buddies just come by and say hi?
No, yeah, have them come on.
Yeah.
Have them promote their show, man.
Here's Patrick, the drummer. They're all shy right now. I couldn't turn it over to the big screen. Here's my buddy Patrick from Silent Scream.
How's it going, brother?
What's up, Patrick? How you doing?
Doing well. Come in, boys.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm on.
Okay, you guys are playing some shows at Sherm's place this weekend. Let's promote it, right?
Yeah, well, we're playing
The Regal.
the Regal Inn in
Okay.
Lakewood on Friday, and then we're playing at Brick by Brick in San Diego on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Brick by Brick. I've been to
Yes.
that place. Yeah, cool.
So that will be our first time there, so it'll be great.
Yeah, I
Look
remember
forward
Brick
to it.
had good sound and all that, and nice stage and
Oh,
everything.
Great,
Professional
great.
club, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
We're excited about getting down there.
Looking forward to it. And then we got our new EP out. It's been out for a little while, but it's on all the streaming, called Digital Slaves.
Okay.
Check that out.
And you guys
So
are
if you're a
Silent
Silent
Scream,
Scream
right?
fan, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? All right, you're getting the proper promotion here. There you go.
Right on.
Yes, it's like you said, it's on all the streaming platforms. Check it out. There's also
Thank you.
the original album, Darkest Depths from the 90s.
Yes.
That's out on Bandcamp.
Okay, cool. And you guys been around since how long? Yeah.
86.
Yeah.
So you're right there with Sherman. Damn, 86.
Oh, we've been dragging around with him for years. And we've played his place a couple times
Yes.
now. He does it.
Great man, Sherman. It's great man.
He takes care of us.
Yep, definitely.
But
Well,
you know
I mean,
what?
If you get the Sherman approval, then you must be pretty good people. That's all I know. So.
We're not even people. We're family, brother.
We're family. Yep.
We're all family out here, brother.
But yes,
Well, all right.
thank you very much for having us on.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, man. It's a
All
fun
right.
party. Woo!
Right
All
on.
right,
Take
boys.
care, man.
See ya.
You take care.
Thank you for letting us come out.
All right,
That
give
was
them
cool,
a
dude.
send out this smoke. It's a strobe.
Well, see, that's what I was just saying. Like, you're the type of dude, you just, you want to help people out. So that's a fine example of it right there, man.
Well, thank you, man. We all have ambitions and dreams and goals, and music happens to be of something that we can all, come to a common bond and agree on, even if it is a different type of genre.
Yeah.
Music is music.
I mean,
I'm not a reggae fan though, bro. I'm really not into reggae.
reggae. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll pass on that crap.
I'm probably not going to put that on in my spare time, but I'm not going to besiege anyone on what they listen to. But I still do like to call someone a poser every once in a while, just because
Okay.
I'm old and mean that way sometimes. Like, that dude's a poser. Don't waste your time with that poser.
Yeah, that's funny.
But Silent Scream, that was their name.
Yeah.
So you guys know.
Yeah, really good band. They just gave me their demo about a week ago. The tall guy that didn't say anything, he does all that mixing and stuff. Dude, it fucking sounds really, really good. I was impressed.
Oh, really?
And he did it all.
Good.
Yeah, he did it all on the fucking computer. And the drummer did the drums at his house. And they ran him through some sort of like drum processor, and then he sent it off, and he fucking mixed it down. I was literally impressed how good it sounded.
Dude, it's crazy what you can do at home now. The drummer in my band, Pious Leave, is Mike Necro Inferno, his death metal name. He does all our producing and recording too, and I'm sure studios hate it because you can record it at home now and make it sound pretty damn good, and he does. He makes shit sound good, and it's all done at the house, so that's cool.
If you have that sort of brain and the technology and the equipment there, man, I say go for it.
Yeah, why limit yourself, man? If you can do it, do it. I mean, it makes it so much easier too, because sometimes, you'll be jamming, right, and like maybe working on something new, and all of a sudden it's not like completely a song yet, but you can like say, hey, let's record it, real quick, just so we got it and we don't forget it, and we can come back to it. That's like a great thing that you can do now. I mean, I know we do that on the boom boxes too back in the day and all that as well, but these are better recordings, like you can actually hear everything pretty damn good.
Sure. Hey, anybody else asking any questions down there on the ticker tape?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say now. All right, chat. Here's your chance to ask some questions. So in the chat,
okay. Let me go ahead and plug real quick. I'm going to plug real quick that if you come to Hog Wild Records this Saturday between 4 and 5, and you mentioned the Witching Hour, you will get a set of coasters. And if you come to the Robot Monster between if he closes at 7, it'll be between like 6 and 7. But we're going to be there. I can't be precise on the time. And you mentioned the Witching Hour, you will also get some coasters. Come on down. Come hang out with us.
San Antonio, don't disappoint me. At least one person say it. But that's pretty cool.
I'll put him underneath the windshield wiper blade of a car.
There you go. I'll pull up with a spray paint in my car. Ask about the Witching Hour. All right. Frazier wants to know: are you all working on a new album?
We are. Hey, Frazier, what's going on, dude? Frazier's a good guy. We're working on new material. So probably, as far as a full album, here's the problem. I live in LA. Gimme lives in Las Vegas. It was, my hat goes off to Gimme. He had to drive down here just so we could get rehearsals in. So, and I was mentioning throughout the course of the podcast, we're not computer guys and we can't jam virtually. So Gimmy's coming with riffs. I got songs. It's just a matter of getting together and making sure that they jive and that they fit the mold of Insecticide and that the quality of the song isn't substandard, that it's us. So in the answer to that question, I would say, as far as a full-length album, probably not. New material, yes. So
we might get an EP out of you, maybe?
Yeah, that, some sort of singles or some sort of, hopefully we'll, split with somebody if we could.
Okay, here's another question. This is from Spirit World Asshole, who's a good guy. What is a band Insecticide should have played with but never got the chance to?
Oh, wow. Good question. Well, you know what? That's really hard for me to think right now. If we had a chance, depending on what year it was, if it was in the 80s, like I mentioned earlier, Agent Steel, that would have been a good one. I think we actually did play with Fear Factory, but it wasn't under Insecticide. Gimme and I were helping our buddies with their band. They were called 918V, and 918V and Fear Factory did a gig together up at the Coconut Teaser in Hollywood. Believe it or not, I guess if it really came down to it, and it was an LA based sort of what band I would like to play with, I would say Dark Angel
Oh
for
yeah,
me. You know.
especially back in the '80s, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
especially
have
the '80s. Darkness
that would have brought
descends
the house
days.
down.
That would have
You
been
know,
over.
and if we're talking like 2000, I'm not gonna fucking say Limp Bizkit or Papa Roach. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, I
But
would hope
Fraser
not.
would like that.
Fraser would. Hey, yeah, I like the Limp Biscuit. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. Here's another question from Benji. If Insecticide had their own soda or beer, well, they do have a beer.
Yeah, we get beer. Well, hey,
Or
look,
any-
let me correct that. It's
Oh, no.
not a beer; it's a cider.
It's Insecticider.
Yeah. Now, have you're keeping that right? So it's probably
Yeah.
Insecticide now.
Yeah, I would not open it at this point.
Yeah.
I might
What
be
was that
an
about beer or whatever?
Insectidire at that point.
What did Benji ask about beers and
Okay,
shit?
if beer or soda, what flavor would it be? Or any other alcoholic? But we already got the cider covered, but what flavor
Okay.
of beer or soda would you like to make?
All right. Well, it's not going to be piss, so I will say it's something maybe like on. I love Hawaiian Punch, man. So I don't know.
Hawaiian Punch is good. Hey,
You
you know
know-
we have
you know
an
what's a great
actual
combination?
Hawaiian, and we have a Hawaiian in the chat. Let me find Paul.
Oh yeah, Paul.
Paul,
Yeah,
where you
maybe
at?
something fruity, I guess. Citrusy. Thank you,
Paul
Benji, for the
says-
question. Which Paul?
and- this is Paul Kai, his band Kai. He's in Nebraska, but he's originally from Hawaii. And when
Okay.
when you were talking about going to Hawaii, he said, "Say hi to my cousins for me."
You got it, Paul. I'll say hi to him as we're eating a pig. We're actually that show is October 11th. It's 2 days. We're on the Saturday slot, and it's in Hilo.
Megan sent me a $10 super chat, so that's cool. Thank you, Megan. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you,
for
Megan.
supporting the show.
All
Let me see
right.
if I got some more. Yeah, well, we call Paul Polly Coconuts too, just so you know.
Polly coconuts. All right.
Yeah,
I can
I'm sure
only
he's real happy
imagine
about
what
that.
that means.
All right, here's a question from T-Bone. What do you jam or use for influences in your creative endeavors?
Is he talking about it? Is he talking about an instrument or musically?
It kind of sounds like musically. Let's see here. What do you listen to most often? Yeah, he's talking about music.
Oh yeah, I listen to a lot of different things, but there's also a lot of times where I actually don't listen to a lot of music. I'm around it all the time, and my ears just get blistered. And believe it or not, when I drive around town, a lot of times it's either like really low or I put on just like a talk radio where it's because I hear so many different things. It's like I don't want to be saturated with all these other sort of different riffs. But every now and then when I go to put in a CD, perfect example. About 2 weeks ago, I opened up my box where I keep my CDs, and I brought out Riot Fire Down Under.
Oh, that's so good.
I just felt like hearing that sort of riff, and that's what I put on. But I try not to be influenced by a lot of other music, so that way I don't like rip off riffs or whatever. But you can. Hey, I'm wearing the shirt. You can't go wrong with some Sabbath.
No, not at all. Francisco was doing a Sabbath show earlier, and it's just like, it's timeless. That's just timeless riffs. How could you not like it? So
No doubt. You want to hear my Bill Ward story?
yeah, I do.
All right, so it must have been, I would say late 90s, early 2000s. Bill Ward was managing this band, and I forget what they were called, Phantom Murder or something like that, right? And I heard he was going to be at that club where 918V and Fear Factory played when I was helping out 918V.
Okay.
And I heard he was going to be there. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to go up there. So I went to my record collection. I pulled out volume 4, and I took my pen. So I go up to the Coconut Teaser, and I see him. And there's a patio at this place. And I see him. And he's standing there. And I go up to him. I said, hey, Mr. Ward, can you sign my album? And he's all right. So I give him the album. And, the album, it's yellow with Ozzy doing a peace sign, and it's black. And I give him the black Sharpie. And he takes off the lid, of the pen, and he starts to write on the front of the cover of the album. And I'm like, no, not there, not there. You know, it's got the bifold, right? So I open up the bifold, flip the pictures, and there's a picture of him on his drums, right? He's in the middle of a roll. He's got a little bit of beard, and he's sweating, and his hair is in his face, right? And I'm all, sign it right here. I go, my name's Sherman. And he looked at the picture, he looked at me, and he's all, I don't look like that anymore. he signed it, and off I went.
That's great. No.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Okay, here's a question from Francisco.
All right, hey Francisco, what's happening? Good to see you in a couple months.
He goes, besides playing with me, what was another show that y'all never forget, good or bad?
Good or bad? Oh, wow. There's been so many of them. Here's one I can't forget. We were in Dallas. I forget the name of the club, but we were playing with this band from the Bay Area, Pleasantville. They were called Tyrannicide.
I remember that,
And
yeah.
you remember Tyrannicide? Yeah. Cripples Revenge and shit?
Yep.
So anyways, the place in Dallas, the stage was like really, really high. It's like they just took plywood and they put it straight up, and the ceiling was really low. So we played, and then Tyrannicide played, and then they said, we're going to dedicate this one to Insecticide. And I said, well, fuck, I got to support them for this one. So I fucking climbed back up on the stage, and I fucking threw myself off into the pit. Now, I don't know what happened, bro. Everyone fucking just went boosh, and I fucking landed on my fucking back, and I just fucking hobbled out of there, bro. I was in pain for several days, dude. And when you're on the road, and you got to fucking sleep on a van or sleep sitting up. That shit doesn't help.
No, that probably sucked really bad.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But
All right.
that's memorable because of that.
Okay.
Just because I got injured.
This is from Megan. She wants to know, what's your favorite album cover?
My favorite album cover. Fuck, there's so many. Well, you know, here's one of my favorite album covers, and it has nothing to do with metal. One of my favorite album covers is from The Who. Who's Next? 4 grown men taking a piss on like a monolith. That's classic.
There you go.
Are you familiar with that album cover?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I do not know much about The Who. I mean, I know of them. Heard them. Yeah.
All right. I love that album cover just because, you know, dude, you can't do things like that nowadays, I don't think.
No. Can you imagine Scorpion album covers nowadays? Like,
oh yeah, remember
magnetism
with a bare breast on it and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You know, I
Virgin
actually
Killer.
collect records. Oh yeah. I collect records. I have like over 5,000, or very close to 5,000, and I buy things, you know, because of what it is, album cover or whatever. But I have this one cover, and there's a guy drinking beer with guns, and there's a chick next to him with like no bra on, and he's just like, oh, that's classic. I had to buy it just for that.
Well,
I think it was like country music from the 60s or something like that.
I mean, the cover sold it. Why would you not want that?
Yeah, right?
Shredbeard wants to know favorite venue to play at. Favorite
All right.
venue.
Shredbeard, I've seen his name around, probably on the Jammin' All the Badass.
Yes.
Scrolls.
He has his own channel as well, too. He's a good channel.
All right. A club. Well, you know, I'm going to show a little favoritism for the Axiom in Houston, but since you mentioned this guy earlier, the Satyricon up in Portland, we played back there back in probably in '89. That place was fucking badass, and right in front of the stage was this huge like iron pole, like one of those when you build a skyscraper or something like that in front of, if I'm not mistaken. I remember it sounding good. Just people are into it. It was just a fucking cool club. You know, stage wasn't ridiculously high like the one in Dallas, and you know, people get into it. Those are the shows you really remember when everything just is vibes A1 all across the board.
Yeah,
but there's been a lot. You know, to pick one specific one, say it's my favorite. I don't think I can do that. But you know, if I had time just to think, you know, and jot down some, I would have some real cool ones. There was a place that we played in Mexico City. The place had these stairs on the side, and I thought it was really cool because, well, there was this one part in when we play Phobia. I usually just run out real quick with my bass. I play with people, but the crowd was pretty intense. I said, I'm not going to take my bass out there. It wasn't even my bass. The guy let me borrow it. And I said, I don't want to get knocked out of tune. And it might be hard to tune or whatever. So I ran out and I used those stairs. I remember just going down the stairs saying, wow, these are really nice stairs. I don't know. I don't care how stupid that is, but it was just nice that they have stairs for people. And here at my backstage live, the initial stage was a little high, and it's like I could see people struggling to put their amps on, and then come midnight I'm by myself and I'm trying to load gear down. It's like, fuck it, I need to put a second tier just to make it easier for people. It's those little things that you learn along the way to try to make things easier for everybody.
I learned in Mexico you cannot run downstairs in buildings and all that because there might be a random pipe just sticking around the corner. I almost got my head taken off.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, I was going fast, and I turned the corner, and there's a fucking pipe just random pipe sticking out of the wall. Oh, shit.
Damn,
Close call. Here's a
Even
good
though
question.
you did knock out your teeth.
Yeah. Are you comic book guys? Any comics? Any growing up? Did you buy any comics? Or
No, not really, dude. Not really. A couple weeks ago, I was at Guitar Center. And I ran into some cat. Make a long story short, I was at his car and he was trying to sell me a bunch of stuff, and I pretty much just told him I was going to pass on it. Hopefully, he's not watching. I think he's in Nicaragua right now. But he's, I'm just going to leave all this stuff here. And I said, all right. So I got my car and I drove down the alley and I fucking parked, and I went back like 5 minutes later and all that stuff was out there, bro. So, and there was a box of comic books. I'm looking at them right now.
oh yeah,
I'm looking at the box right now because they're in my backstage area. He left a trombone. I took a trombone. I took a snare case with a snare in it. I took a drum throne. He was trying to sell me all this stuff. I just said no.
well, now you can start a flea market with all that stuff there.
Yeah, right.
Here's another one from Francisco. It's pretty good. Ask him to talk about the time in Houston when he asked someone to dive off the PA for a shirt.
All right. Yeah, he brought this one up once before. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, we're at the Axiom, and the PA stacks on stage left and stage right were really high. And I guess the folklore has it that I said, I'm going to give a shirt to anyone who jumped off that PA. I've done things like that too, right? Look, man, I jump off a stage in Dallas, every fucking buddy moves, I land on my back. And this guy fucking climbed up. He's climbed up like Superman. He fucking whoop! And then they said like he dislocated his collarbone. I really don't remember because I'm kind of like in the moment of jamming and doing the gig, right? The guy did what I said. I gave him a shirt and off we went. And hopefully to this day, this guy doesn't have arthritis.
Francisco probably knows who that is. Who was that, Francisco?
Well, it'd be funny if it was Frazier.
Maybe that explains things. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
right?
Frazier.
He landed on his head.
Oh, shit. Disguster. Hey, Disguster, did you hear me? If you want him to play in Portland, put him in contact with the right people. This guy got the connections out there. And
oh, yeah? Where's he at?
He's in Portland.
Oh, yeah, let's go, man. Hey, it would be great to go up to Portland to celebrate our 40th. It really
there
would.
You go. Get him to play the Wormhawk or something.
Is he I don't know them. Is he going to do the Instagram sideshow 18205?
I don't know. Did you hear that, Disgustor? Do the
What's his name?
His real name's Dylan, but on here is Disgustor.
Oh, I see. Oh, he had the little Vic Rattlehead emblem.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but I see something about Wes Weaver. What was that?
No, I think he's joking, saying it was Wes Weaver who jumped.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. Wes is gonna jump off a PA system. That's
no. Yeah.
That would explain a lot.
The Insecticide can't miss his Wes.
Yeah, Wes is another one of the real ones from the underground. Like, yeah, he was just a great guy.
Yeah.
Part of a fixture in the Houston underground scene. I'm sorry, Frazier, but he is the real king of Houston. Not you, but we'll let you say it. But we all know it was Wes.
Badass.
One more time here. So Saturday night here in San Antonio.
Yes.
Frazier would say, "Don't be a wuss, don't be a puss. Show up at High Tones."
Thank you, Frazier.
Get this off of here so we can see everything.
I know McAllen's kind of a trip, but if people want to go catch that festival down there with us and MOD and Pantheon and the Confused and Terminally Ill, come on down. I know it's kind of a jaunt, whatnot, but I'm just plugging it out there. But
Sure.
if you can't make it to the High Tones gig because of your age, come to Hog Wild after 4 o'clock, or Monster Robot. Mention the Witching Hour and come get a set of Insecticide coasters.
So I'm gonna go there and mention the witching hour.
Do it. Did
So,
I
yeah.
send you coasters, or did I just send you the
You did.
Insecticide?
You did send me some coasters with
Okay.
it too as well. Yeah, you hooked it up, as the kids say. So
Thanks.
here in town, so it's 8 p.m. So that probably, yeah, I think that's when Robot Monster closes. So this does make sense.
Oh, okay.
You guys, Executioner and Scum Allegiance, Broken Board, so you know it's going to be a well-ran show. High Tones, it's going to be great. Insecticide always kicks ass.
And then
Listen to us.
hopefully, you said there's only 3 bands, so if it starts at 8 or doors at 8, maybe first band 8:30, maybe we'll be on by 10, and then we'll have the rest of the night to hang out and have a good time.
Very cool, very cool. Let me get this off of here. I lost my shit.
And I don't know what gear we're going to be using, so we'll just make the best of it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will have some good shit. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I hit up Joe if you don't get good gear, because he owns the store. Literally, Robot Monster is literally right behind High Tones. So
I
you only
remember
have
being
to.
close.
Yeah, you're literally like one building away from each other. It's pretty easy. The
It's that
Disguster,
close?
yeah, it's that close.
All right.
Disguster says he would book the show in Portland, so hit him up.
Okay, how do I get his number? Can he do me call me at the our Instagram sideshow 18205, or you want to give me his number off air? Disguster. Okay, I'll try and remember
I don't
that.
have Dylan's actual number, but I think. What's your email, Dylan? Yeah, you can do him email. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Does he want my email?
So yeah, Dylan. I think he just has a Head Split Records email. I'll get it for you. We'll figure it out.
Okay, thank you, man. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Evil Dave.
Just for that, Dylan gets. What am I gonna do here? Where's my? Dylan, that's for you, Dylan. That's for you, buddy.
He's writing you now. He says.
All right. Oh,
So-
and I'm gonna give him strobe lights. That's for you, Dylan. All for you, baby.
Hey. Now, in all fairness, I played Francisco's Joaba Unfest last year, the first one with my band
Yeah.
Pius Levis, and it was awesome. It's a great
Cool.
fest. You're gonna have a great time, and I think it's at the same place, the OG Men or the Hoochie Man Trail, but
Couldn't tell
1810 OG Men. Good venue, good sound. It was a good show. So, damn, that's great that you guys are playing there too, man. So, very killer.
Right on.
Someone should make patches for these flyers. Someone should make Insecticide patches. 'Cause that
I
would
see
be awesome.
Shred Dread. Is that Tony?
It's Trey.
Okay, hey Trey, what's happening?
He made our Pius Levis patches. I'm just trying to hook him
Oh,
up.
cool. Hey, what
So
is a
if-
Pius Levis?
Pius Levis. It's like saying religion leave us. Pius
Oh, okay.
leave us. Yeah.
All
So we're making people
So-
say it naughty.
Got it. Is that anything like Headbangus Maximus? When you headbang too much?
Yes, it's very fast. There's no time to take a breath. But then we'll slow down every once in a while so we can take a breath.
Cool. Yeah,
Supposed to be, you know,
the new material we're
I'll
working
give you
on
a
right
CD
now.
when I see you.
It's fast. What was that, bud?
I'll give you a CD on Saturday when
Okay,
I see
cool.
you.
Badass.
Come
Did
on,
I- did I send
T-Bone
you-
says, come play Minnesota. I'm getting married September 11th. I'll get you all amps and bus tickets.
Amps
Okay,
and bus
T-Bone.
tickets?
Yeah, okay, T-Bone. We're holding you to it.
All right. Hey, can he barbecue some T-bone steaks while we're at it?
Yeah. T-Bone, you better
gotta
be able
feed
to
us.
barber. I mean, your name's fucking T-Bone. Live up to the name. You got to have
Yeah,
some
right?
barbecue. So, yeah, Shred, if you want to do some Insecticide patches, maybe reach out to Sherman there and see what he says. I don't know.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll be bringing patches too. I just had some made for my friend out here. But yeah, I would like to meet. Is he from San Antonio, the patch dude?
He has. Okay, let me get under control. Sherman sent you a message on Instagram, Insecticide Mega Thrashers page. That's Dylan.
Okay, so Gimme will get that. Gimme will get that.
So just let them know it's coming.
Okay. And then if not, if by some strange chance that doesn't come through, can I contact you later and get in touch with this guy?
Yeah, I'll ask Dylan.
All right. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor real quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, I got another band right here right now called Celestial Force, and I got a buddy here, and he's got to repair an amp real quick. I just got to dig it out real quick. Can I just kill a few minutes with my buddies from Celestial Force?
Yeah.
They're a great band.
Let's let them plug away.
All right, here we go. Got Angel and Hector. Here they go. This is Celestial Force. You know what? They get strobe lights too.
Oh shit!
What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing? Okay.
Yo, what up, everyone?
You're on the Witching Hour right now. Your band's called Celestial Force.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what type of music are we talking about here? What are you guys playing?
What would you guys describe it as? I would say it's a blend of heavy metal, power metal, speed metal. Got a little bit of.
So you got a little bit going on in the sound, not just one style. Okay. You got any music out?
Yeah, we have a song called "A Whisper Zen." It's on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and then we have another one called "Annihilator of the Damned."
Okay, cool. And how long you been? Are you guys? How'd you meet Sherman? Were you just like gonna practice at his space, or how did this work out? How did you get hooked up with Sherman?
I think these guys actually met him first. Who was it, you or?
I think I started rehearsing here with a few other bands back in the day. It was an awesome spot, obviously, and kind of brought the band over here, and just been coming here since. It's been actually pre the COVID thing era, so we didn't get to come rehearse here at their other spot. We kind of came here maybe about 2018, 2019 around there.
Okay, cool. So, are you working on an album right now? Are you working on a full-length EP or anything, or what's the plan for these guys?
So we've been jamming since 2006. We've gone through a few different genres, of music. We have like things that we haven't put out, but ideas for like albums. Right now, we're actually scheduled to go in on the first Friday of next month to go record our first album, which is going to be based off of, Annihilator of the Damned. It's going to be 8 to 9 songs, somewhere around there. We're looking into releasing that, as soon as possible, going through the mixing and mastering, depending on how that goes. The earlier, the better. And then from there, we'll be going on to the next, project, the next album.
And where can people reach you guys at if they want to check you out? Other than do you have a Facebook, Instagram, and any of those pages?
We have a Facebook. We're more active on Instagram. We're in the process of making the TikTok, and then of course on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, the comments, the feedback that we get from people, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, any of that really matters. It lets us know if it sucks, it sucks. We can do better. If it's good, great. We'll make more stuff like that. Yeah.
Also, too, don't listen to people too much. Just do what you want. That's my advice. Yeah, don't let people dictate. If you fucking like it, hell with them. You're gonna fucking jam when you want to jam.
We recognize it's real. We're just gonna write what's within our hearts, what's within our mind, our ability. If people, resonate to it, cool. If not, cool. We're gonna keep evolutionizing, just like any other human being.
Yeah, there you go. I like that attitude. Well, I'm gonna take a break and play an Insecticide song.
Yeah, awesome.
Let's jam out some jams. I'm gonna play an Insecticide song. So Celestial Force, did I get it right? I forgot already.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, let's hear some Phobia from Insecticide. We're back. Yeah.
We're
Stop.
back in the USSR. We're back. We're back in black. We like to smoke crack. What? Well, not me. What? Hey, thanks for checking out Celestial Force. Great bunch of guys.
Yeah, they seem like nice kids, man. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
kids. They look like kids to me, but that.
Well, they're grown men. Dude, we were just talking while the song was playing because he's wearing his Black Sabbath shirt, and he said, "Yeah, I was driving my truck and heard Ozzy died." And he's all, "I felt like that Indian when you see trash and he's crying, right?" And then, he says, "Yeah, we all grew up with Ozzy." I go, "Me too." And then I said, "I think I mentioned this earlier to you early in the podcast." I said, "Hey, because of my age, I go, I saw Ozzy with Randy Rose," and they're all, "What?"
Dude, that's priceless stuff right there. That you got to see Ozzy with Randy. I mean, because he was gone faster than you could blink an eye, right? 2 albums.
Oh, totally.
82, and he's gone. It's like,
yeah.
What just happened? I remember being a kid, hearing it on the radio on the rock station. And I was like, that can't be. That's impossible. Yeah. But it was true. It was like blew me away because, I kind of, I'm a little younger than you, so I actually was like getting into music right when the first Ozzy album came out.
Okay.
So I kind of went backwards, you know what I mean? Because I heard Ozzy first.
Uh-huh.
And then my older brother's friends, they were all cool. My brother's cool, but they were the cool metal dudes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man, you gotta hear Black Sabbath, dude. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went back like, oh, wow. I mean, obviously, Ozzy's band sounds nothing like Black Sabbath, and
Night and day.
Night and day. Yeah, that's another thing. If you want to do a little Ozzy talk here, Ozzy kind of made metal sound new and fresh again when the Ozzy Osbourne band came out. It was different, right? It was like this is
just Randy's style and technique. It's like, wow, it's like when Van Halen hit the scene. It's like, you're not listening to these straight up rock bands anymore. You're hearing someone that can actually play, and they're adding to the game.
Yeah, when his guitar tone was just so crunchy compared to music of the Black Sabbath's heavy, obviously very heavy, but Randy brought it, like you said, a new styling guitar, I think a more aggressive guitar tone. It just everything, and the drumming was different. Now Bill Ward's just a beat machine, though. I mean, he's my favorite drummer to ear drum to. I don't know how to play drums, but if you start playing some Bill Ward, I'm just going to act like I do.
Yeah, you're on it?
Yeah. I that's my favorite ear drumming band.
Yeah.
For sure. Black Sabbath.
I think right after COVID, Bill Ward put out a book on his poetry and his art. And he was doing a book reading in downtown LA. My girlfriend and I went to it, and he read his poetry. And it was actually really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Bill Ward poetry. See?
Yeah, his written word, and a buddy of his was making art out of like this new technology where he plays drums, and it was really weird. And they were selling that artwork of Bill Ward too. It was expensive stuff, but I just wanted to go, and I wanted to hear him read his poems.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's Bill Ward.
Yeah, right.
Hear what he has to say, I'm sure.
And it wasn't even a lot of people there. That's what's weird. You would think a lot of people would be there.
Yeah, I'm sure it had to have say Black Sabbath on it for a lot of them to even be aware, that someone from Black Sabbath
doing his poetry.
Hey, I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. Unless you want to say any more couple of things before we head out.
I just appreciate the opportunity that you give me and myself tonight to promote San Antonio, and I'm plugging the McAllen too, and letting us just talk nonsense, and we're happy that we can celebrate 40 years next year, and starting it off in Houston with you cats, man. Wow, it's gonna be fun. And then this guy that I just met tonight with you from Portland, I'm going, dude. I'm going with or without him. I'm gonna go hang out at this guy's house and cook T-bone steaks.
Yeah, there you go,
T-Bone.
T-Bone
with me.
T-Bone's so fucking popular. He has his own little drop. Let's check it out.
T-Bone!
More T-Bone.
That's funny.
One last time, Insecticide.
Hey, he could have been T-Boner.
T-Boner.
Don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, his wife might call him that. I don't know.
Oh,
Insecticide,
before we get out of here,
execution.
Before we get out of here, I just wanted to plug the. I wanted to plug the Legacy of Sideshow Studios, the documentary. that.
Oh yeah, let me get this off here so you can do that.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube and punch in the trailer, the Legacy Sector Studios, you can see the trailer. It's supposed to be on Amazon Prime. It was up for consideration for an award from a film festival out of Canada, and I'm just stoked that this young director came in here and thought he saw something valuable within these walls, man. You know, so many different types of bands and music come through this place, and they all got that gleam in their eye. And they're all looking for to be a musician, to make music and to do gigs, and because I know my day is over, and but we're still doing a few things here and there. But these kids come in here that are hungry, man. Even if they're playing punk rock music or working on their covers, so they go play bars and make money. Good for you, and I'm glad I can give them a place to express their musical skills.
That's very cool. I love that you're able still to contribute to music in other ways besides just Insecticide. You know what I mean? Like what you're doing. That's heavy metal.
Well, thank you, man. You gotta get back. There's that old African saying that, like, when you make it to the top, you gotta send the elevator back down. That's all I'm doing. Hey, you know what? Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. Whether you used to play like church basements and the janitor let them in, I'm the janitor now.
Well, there you go. But still, you're letting them jam out. That's all that matters. Hey, did you, like you said earlier, did you think James Hetfield with his yellow bandana was going to be, one of the most influential thrash metal bands ever? Who knows these things? Who's going to end up where? Who fucking knows, man?
And I hope he hears this and calls me up and says, stop telling that story. I say, hey, man, give me an opening slot and I will.
I was just going to say, give me that opening slot and it'll be put to the black hole or never to come back or something. I don't know. Yeah, that would be awesome. Hey, you guys deserve it, though. I would love to see Insecticide open. Because I always heard bands talking about California bands. I'm like, hey, you know what? Here's another one you need to talk about that's pretty old school, Insecticide. Goddamn.
There are certain bands like us that's been around a long time. Schizo from San Francisco, Deceased, right? Bands like us. It'd be nice if someone said, hey, I'm going to put you guys in. If I had unlimited wealth, I'd get us all a bus and say, you're not going to work for 6 weeks, and we're going to set up this fucking tour, and we're going to live in these in these buses. That's what I would do. But I don't have that sort of unlimited wealth. But that guy with the yellow bandana does.
He sure does. He can make it happen easily.
Yeah, he can. Carl, it's been a blast. Thank you, and thank you for the kind words. And beers will be a part of us for the rest of our lives.
I appreciate that, dude. Bear is. You knew Bear, and anyone who knew Bear knew that Bear was one of a kind. He was really his own unique character in this whole crazy scene of metal and punk and all that. That's why I can't do Hod, anymore. Because there's no way you can replace Bear or even find someone close to that.
No, I hear you. I remember getting the text from Gimme. He said, hey, man, Beers from San Antonio died. I went, what? I was just texting with him like 2 weeks ago. And
it was rather shocking.
And I called you that night or texted you that night. I said, dude. And you said, yeah. And I just, I was just as sad as I was today when I heard Ozzy passed away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough year for me with that type of situation. I lose Bear and then now Ozzy. It's just like, damn it, make it stop for a while. I don't want to be going through these emotions all the time.
No,
anyway, we're gonna have a good time on Saturday here in San Antonio, and y'all better say witching hour when you see these guys so you can get your coasters.
Free coast. Hey, quick question for my records because I log a lot of stuff. What episode number is this?
Dude, I don't even know.
Okay.
But
I'll put a question mark then.
It'll be Insecticide episode.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
and with that said, dude, you deserve more smoke. Smoking the strobe lights.
Smoking strobe. Hey, we hit the big time. We get all this stuff.
Yeah. And thank you for the opportunity for us to talk tonight. And dude, through this, we got that hook up in Portland. And we'll see you soon, Portland, next year for 40 years. Maybe the guys from Weremont will come out. And Dead Conspiracy and all them cats.
That would be awesome. Maybe they should play. That would be really
cool. Yeah, right.
All right, Sherman. I'm signing us off now.
All right, witching hour out.
Witching hour out. Let me get the outro done here. Should have had that queued up, but I didn't. All right, here we go. We'll see y'all next time. Go see
You got it, man.
Insecticide. All right. Later.